welcome to today's Lightworker University presentation 221 or 2021 Part 2, The Reawakening. My name is Christie Ramirez and I'm your soul coach and motivational speaker. This is a special event provided by my Lightworker University where I talk about worldwide and yearly energies, and I really felt called to do this special paid event for this half of 2021 because I feel that stemming from what we talked about at the beginning of this year in my first presentation, which you can still purchase right now, definitely watch it if you want to understand deeper what we're going to talk about here today. But I really feel like this year has been split in half, and we're going to learn today what exactly this second half, basically the last half of 2021, should be focused on to make the most of it, to really be able to step up the next level and not waste any more time. The reawakening has been about reawakening to our calling, our purpose, and truly what it takes to get to where we want to be. This is going to require a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, but I know that you all can do it, and especially with my guidance today, I know that God and His angels are going to help us get through these challenges, hard moments ahead, but also happy and joyous moments, because whenever we overcome an obstacle in life, it makes us feel proud of ourselves and it gives us this inner sense of joy. So it's basically a win-win situation, because every challenge only makes us stronger, only makes us wiser, and only makes us a more reliable warrior of light, because we are on this military of God. And I'm really feeling connected to this energy today. You know, the Lightworker University is for lightworkers. It's to help fortify us. It's to give us special messages to how to continue to be this light amidst the darkness, amidst inner struggles, fears versus love, and how to stay motivated to want to keep going and to be able to inspire others. Because being an influencer or a leader or an inspiration, which is all of you light workers, no matter what it is that you do in life, it requires that you really make sure that you are also well. You are also strong enough to stand on your own 2 feet before you give off energy that you might not be able to give off if you haven't taken care of your alignment. So this is what today's presentation is going to be about. It's about this reawakening. We're going to go deeper into the next 6 months, so we're going to go month by month again, like we did for the whole entire year, but in more detail, because I did mention at the beginning of this year that once we hit June, I felt the overall energy, but I wasn't able to get too specific because it was just way too far off. And this is the reason, because it's a completely different energy. It's a complete change in new direction, a detour that has been unexpected, and there's a lot of surprises yet still to come. So when we can expect and have an over idea as to what we are going to be dealing with, and I know that life sometimes is best when you don't know. A lot of people like to experience the spontaneity, but we're just going to get overall guidance. It's not like I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen in your life, but trust me that the fact that you get this guidance in advance is kind of like a preparation basically for what's to come, so that you're prepared to be able to handle it and be able to continue to be strong. Because take for example people who rise to success at a very young age. Many people who rise to success at a young age are not ready for that success, and it ends up destroying them, right? I've talked about this before in one of my spiritual talks, in my spirituality retreats, and the reason is because they didn't have the guidance, they didn't have enough support system, and they just didn't have the qualities within to what it takes to be a solid leader. Hence maturity, spiritual maturity. Overall, this reawakening in conjunction with the rebirth that we just experienced is going to help us to master our craft, our skills, and become the master of our life. Remember that every master was once an apprentice, every teacher was once a student. Many of us are becoming finally the teacher and master of our own life. And this is what the reawakening again is about, because there might be things that we either need to relearn or we haven't yet learned to the T, to the detail yet, and we need to experience this. And this is a whole new journey that's going to take us into 2022, which the theme for next year is the metamorphosis. That's when the true transformation will occur. Remember that this year, I've already said it, and even though it might trigger people, this is not the year to experience the ultimate blooming of a butterfly, the metamorphosis. This is just the beginning, meaning we are still in pre-prep mode, preparation, before the real preparation. So in whatever way this resonates in your life, this is just the beginning of this new life, this new chapter. And it's exciting because whatever is to come next year is going to bring us to our kingdom of heaven, heaven on earth. And that's where the true magic begins, the true revolutionary changes that you're all going to be able to basically put your part in worldwide. And worldwide as well, a lot of it is going to get cleared up, and there's going to be more freedom and liberty. And we're going to be able to return to a state of peace. But these years have not been in vain. It's going to bring us to a better mentality and a better way of living. So that's what I'm feeling as a general overall theme for today. I'm definitely going to take off my gloves right now because I'm going to have some sip of coffee before we get started for today. Let's get started and ready. Okay, so the reason also why I'm wearing today's wardrobe is because this is what this energy is about. It's about a lot of gold and abundance coming to us finally. And this is something to be very, very excited about. I am just so excited because this is the new courtship as well when it comes to love, the real spiritual love. And it's just going to be so magical. This is really going to test our vulnerability and the nakedness with which we present ourselves as the real us amidst the world, amongst others. Because that's what a true warrior of light is about. This is what the Warrior of Light book teaches us in my spiritual book club at my School of Light, is that a true warrior is not afraid to share the in-between, the actual process of the journey, and not just present themselves after when they've reached the finish line, when they've reached the destination, the peak of the mountain, because many people will be intimidated by them at that point, and no longer are they going to be relatable. No longer are they going to be able to truly inspire from the inside out. And this is how it's with God as well. This is why God has sent us light workers to here on earth angels, to work from the inside out. Because if that were not the case, then all we would need is God working from already upstairs. And many people even are intimidated by God per se, which of course God is telling you, do not be intimidated. Ask and you shall receive, and make Him your best friend. Because in this journey, we're going to need the most powerful, reliable support by our side, and that's God. That's God who is able to turn any impossibility into a possibility. Lots of new opportunities await us that will open the doors to this new abundance, a truly happy life. Because if we were to define what is abundance, abundance is more than just monetary wealth. It's more than just even success, recognition, or whatever the case may be, possessions. It's about actual health, wellness, happiness, joy, true love by your side. This is true abundance. And this is what most of us should be focusing on, as I am in my life. Something that's very pure, innocent, and sacred, which hence why I brought these beautiful white rose petals to set our intention for this purity to enter our life, this sacredness that we deserve as royalty and as divine children of God. The king and the queen are finally gonna sit in their throne. The princesses and the princes are finally gonna unite. The Dutch and the Duchess are gonna be together. All of these little power couples along the journey are gonna finally be together. And this is how we're able to create better change, because when we have an equal counterpart by our side, both forces unite and create just something that's unbreakable. They become untouchable, truly like superheroes. And think about it, Wonder Woman and Superman together were able to conquer the world and were able to save the world from all the darkness that overcame it. And that's the purpose behind power couples, behind light workers, and behind why I talk about spiritual love in the Love Show every month, and why we talk about the spiritual journey in the fashion show red carpet event as well every month. So this is a special event that if you want to watch, I definitely suggest you invest it. It's a paid event. I'm going to begin the exclusive content right now, and I hope that this really will help to guide you during these next hard 6 months that we're about to experience, but not to scare you. God is not wanting to scare you, it's only to fortify you. Because once you're able to overcome the most difficult, everything else will seem like easy peasy. And that's what next year is going to be about. The metamorphosis, believe it or not, is going to be a little much easier and graceful than the actual rebirth, and hence now a reawakening. This is the hardest that we'll ever have to endure. But after this, you become the professional of your life, the master of your life, and everything then is just more about practice making it perfect. It's just about habit. It's not so much about getting there in the first place and then maintaining it, which is much easier, right? So this is just a sneak peek of what we're going to continue to bring in that today. So I hope that you all purchase this event, because I promise you that it's going to benefit you. Check out all my resources on my website, ChristieRamirez.com, and I will see you all there. My name is Christie Ramirez, and I'm your soul coach. And if you want to book a personal session with me throughout this next year, basically, go to ChristieRamirez.com/booking. I accept individual soul coaching, family therapy, couples therapy, and also children's therapy. I'll see you all there. Namaste. Okay, everyone, so let's have fun with this, and let's just get started. I hope you all enjoying today, and I hope that you really have fun with me today about what we're going to talk about. I do feel like this next 6 months as well is going to test our confidence, and is going to need for us to be in our most assertive, solid self. So standing up straight, walking with confidence, and owning the stage, owning your life, owning your power. That's definitely what I'm feeling. And this is about as well letting go of any insecurities, fears from within that might be talking you out of your highest potential in whatever way that means, whether it's a new project, a new career path, a new love situation, anything like that, or even being a parent. You can be the best parent that you are because you know that you have that ability. And whatever happened in the past as well, we're definitely being asked to release what doesn't serve us, release all the heavy burdens, which I feel has been affecting our confidence and our ability to think and even see clearly through our spiritual eye what are the next steps in our life to take, and having that willpower and determination that comes from belief in self. Because if you're dealing either with depression or self-confidence issues, it's going to be much difficult to stay on track and to stay in your most vibrational self, which is where you're going to be able to give it your all, your best, basically perform your best, and again, give it your all, right? Whatever that is, the artist within you, whatever, if you're in a sport or if you have a job that requires a lot of brain work, all of this requires that we be in a clear state of mind. And what fogs up that clear state of mind can be anything external, but believe it or not, most of the time is actually internal, from our ego. And this is what A Course in Miracles is teaching us, which is why I'm dedicating so much time in my spiritual book club to teach A Course in Miracles, both in English and Spanish, because we get the deep reasoning as to why we should believe our higher self and not our ego, and how our ego plays tricks on our mind. And when we know how it does it, it's like we're learning psychology 101, and we're able to decipher what's true and what's not, what's an illusion, and how do we just basically release that illusion. And when we finally decide, hey, ego, I'm not going to listen to you because I know that you're not the correct answer. I know that you're just trying to push me off my path. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to give my power away. And that's what A Course in Miracles really ingrains in us, that our higher self is what we should listen to and what we should also embody. This is what a true light worker is and what it means to walk in Christ as an embodiment, a living embodiment, an example of Christ, is living through our higher self. This requires a lot of courage because not a lot of people are like this per se. And it requires a lot of courage as well because you're going to need a lot of self-control and resistance to overreact from your ego or even believe what your ego is trying to tell you when interpreting a situation. So a lot of shifting in perspective is going to happen these next 6 months, only for the better, to be able to live higher quality lives, a life more in peace, inner peace, right? Because it's one thing to fake the peace and it's one thing to actually be the peace. And this is definitely something that's very transparent amongst everyone. You can't run away from whatever sadness or void that you're feeling within, which is an emptiness that many people try to cover up through numbing themselves or by just simply denying that there is an issue. But by accepting that there is an issue, then we're able to work with it and then hence be able to transcend it and come out the other side alive and even better, thriving. And that's again how I'm going to conclude this final introduction, because I definitely feel that this needs to be heard by the public. So now let's get started with the exclusive for all you members. I'm going to give you a full hour. I definitely want to focus 1 month at a time. So let's get started. So let's begin with June 2021. It's just this month. Literally, this is why I'm here and doing this presentation at the beginning of the month. It's June 2nd as I'm filming this. This is the beginning of this energy.